We're here in the coastal shores of Florida for the Miami Grand Prix, which has become the 11th Formula One track held in the United States. The grandstands are packed for what we hope is going to be another fantastic race. Sitting at the southeastern coast of Florida, the Miami International Autodrome has 19 corners and 3.36 miles of racing. It's a circuit designed to encourage close racing while meeting the highest safety standards. Either way, I'm sure it's one that will please the fans. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Russell, the engineer, Norris, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Magnussen, Sainz, Bottas, Albon, Joe, Teo Pourchaire, Ocon, Ricciardo, Drugovich, Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, Sargent, Gasly, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the Grand Prix. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are there in the way that you approach those roles?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. They're two very different mindsets. In the old days, of course, they used to cover up to 15,000 kilometres of testing in a season, and that role would be more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as possible, so that the data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When lining up on the grid for a race, however, a race driver's frame of mind is all about what they can get out of the situation on that day, and the car is the tool to help them achieve those goals.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please. Okay, so our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of this lap. Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts. Keep an eye on the lights, the start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch. Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race. DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. That's P5, you're in P5. Leclerc ahead. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Piastri's behind you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Our gap to first place is 3.8 seconds. Pit window opens in 12 laps time. 12 laps. 27 laps to go. losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 1.9 seconds. We might see some rain, ETA about 15 minutes. Teammate ahead is 5.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. They're in first. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 30.8. gap to the car ahead is 1.7 seconds. We're currently trailing our teammate by 4.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. They're in first. And the time last lap was a 1:31.1. Gap to your teammate ahead is 5.1 seconds. Okay, Russell's ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 2.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Leclerc behind. And the gap behind us is 1.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, so gap to the leader is 5.5 seconds. And that's 6 laps until your pit window's open. 21 laps to go. Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Verstappen's out in front. Ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 0.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:32.7. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap. Amazing. Currently trailing our teammate by 4.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. They're in first. Your last lap time was a 1:31.8. expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. We're approaching the pit window now and you're going to be on hards next time. Sitting in 7th. Okay, so the gap is 19.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. We think they've got one more stop. Okay, be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now. Max is in the pits, Max in the pits. Max is coming in for his stop. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 6th. Might see some rain, ETA about 15 minutes. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Box, we're coming in this lap. Okay, caution, caution. Virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta on your dash. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Okay, VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. All right, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy. Gap to the car in front is 2.1 seconds. Watch the conditions, we think there's rain coming pretty soon, be careful. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now. Okay, we don't think we're far away from rain now. I'll keep you updated as conditions change. Definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Okay, track conditions aren't improving. It's your choice as to whether you want to fit full wets next time you come in. Okay, we'll fit inters on your next stop. We'll make the changes to the front wing next time you're in. Front wing angle to +1. +1 now. I know these conditions are tough, but bear with it. I don't think the track's ready for intermediates yet. Okay, we can take you this lap. Max is in the pits. Max in the pits. Right, let's go, come on! That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Max is coming in for his stop. Okay, information on Sainz. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. Yellow flag. The gap behind is 2.8 seconds. Increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. Gap behind is 3.4 seconds. Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car is out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Okay, you've got a drive-through penalty. You've been given a drive-through penalty. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, I know these conditions look pretty terrible, but that water is draining okay. I think the intermediate is going to stay the tyre of choice for a while yet. The rain's getting worse, be very careful. Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap. got 4 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, clear. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. Okay mate, this is the final lap of the race, final lap. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
A hard-fought win today then, after a very difficult race. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
It's a heroic effort for any driver to race in conditions like these, and seeing them fight their way to the front was very special indeed. They were able to find all the grip, all the good lines, and had the confidence to get on the power to top it all off. That's what pushed them into first place here today.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way onto the podium now. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Max Verstappen's excellent result today sees him take over as the new leader of the Drivers' Championship. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
Let's move on to the constructors. The owner drivers team moved to the top of the table. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.